Haruka Sakura didn't want friends. He didn't need them. All he cared about was strength. But the hardest battle weren't fought with fists. They were fought in silence, when no one was watching, when your whole identity is just a wall you built to survive. Because what do you do when being strong is the only thing keeping you from ever being real?
Did you hear another fight?
You're kidding.
Again?
Like, what are you
What
going
do you
to steal?
expect from a delinquent
He's
like
clearly
that?
dangerous.
That guy. Can you blame them when he looks like that?
Seriously, he's the worst. Don't get me started about his hair.
His eyes are even worse. He's a walking plague. Disgusting.
Sakura walks into Furon High with one goal: fight the strongest. Not to prove anything to anyone, but because he doesn't know any other way to exist. He doesn't smile, he doesn't connect. He's a lone wolf, forged by pain, trained by isolation. And I get it, because I was that kid too. Back in high school here in Australia, I was the only Asian kid obsessed with anime. Everyone was quoting South Park or The Simpsons. I was watching Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, feeling things they would never understand. They didn't get why I was into anime. And because they didn't understand, they judged it. And when they judged anime, they judged me. Every conversation felt like a battlefield. Not just defending anime, but defending my identity. You learn to keep your head down. You learn to survive. And like Sakura, you start building walls. Sakura is not just fighting enemies. He's fighting the fear of being misunderstood, the fear of being seen and rejected. He thinks power will protect him, that strength will give him control. But all it's doing is isolating him even more. He joins Bolfurun, a group built on protecting others, but he can't even protect himself from his own mindset. That's the trap. The lie that being strong means going it alone. I remember when I changed schools, suddenly I wasn't a weird anime kid. I met other Australian-born Asians who grew up just like me. Same stories, same parents, same pressure. And for the first time, I could breathe. I could talk about One Piece or Dragon Ball. And they didn't look at me sideways. I didn't have to explain myself. I didn't have to prove anything. That school change, it didn't just give me friends. It gave me permission to be authentic. And more importantly, it taught me that connection isn't weakness. It's survival. Like Sakura, I used to think grit was my greatest strength. When I started Project Beats, my street dance studio, I ran it like a warrior. Tough love, discipline, no excuses. It was all I knew. But something shifted. That approach, it didn't connect with the next generation. To them, I wasn't inspiring. I was unapproachable. They didn't see my strength. They saw my wars. It hurt to realize that the very trait that helped me build my empire was now pushing people away. And that's what Sakura is struggling with too. You can be the strongest guy in the room, but if no one feels safe around you, are you really strong or just lonely? The turning point in Windbreaker isn't when Sakura wins a fight. It's when he stops trying to win and starts trying to connect. Bolfurun isn't just a gang, it's a community. And for someone like Sakura, letting people in is harder than any street fight. But he's learning. Learning that being vulnerable isn't weak. Learning that asking for help takes more courage than fighting solo. Same lessons I had to learn. In business, in friendships, even as a dancer or a teacher. People don't want a robot with skills. They want someone real. Someone who sees them. To my younger self, and maybe to you watching this, you don't need to go it alone to be strong. You don't need to prove yourself every second of every day. You don't need to be perfect. Lower your ego. Listen more. Stop assuming people are judging you because they're too busy battling their own demons. And just like Sakura, you'll find out your real strength isn't in how hard you hit. It's in how deeply you understand yourself and others. Because everyone's fighting their own battles, and the strongest thing you can do is fight for each other. If you've ever felt like the lone wolf, this video was for you. Drop a comment and let me know what part of Sakura's story hits hardest for you. In future episodes, we're diving into the true heart of Bofun and why Umeme's smile might be more dangerous than any punch. Subscribe to Mind Alchemy, where anime transforms the way you think. See you guys next time.